Well, Glen Winn is an aviation security expert and he joins us now live. Glen, thank you very much for your time. If it does turn out to be an explosive device on board, it's a big if, and if it was a lapse in security at Charles de Gaulle Airport, just how big a blow would that be to European aviation?
Well, it would be a major blow with all that's gone on in Paris and Brussels and so on in that region over the last 6 months, 8 months since the attacks took place there. The increased security at airports has matched all that's gone on in the train stations and the bus stations and other modes of transportation. So it would be a major blow to aviation because of the time that's been placed and the efforts to secure all the airports that were threatened and still continue to be threatened. So we have to look at and re-examine all the methods that are being used, and maybe there's another upgrade that takes place immediately. I don't know what that'll be, but there's always room for improvement, and I'm sure that the authorities are looking at every piece of that, pieces of security, I should say, that were used for the departure of that flight.
You mentioned there that the time and effort that's gone into increasing security measures at airports. What exactly are they? What are you aware of? What changes have been put in place in recent months and years?
Yeah, well, you've got for example, in the United States and anywhere that U.S. airlines travel to in overseas markets from the U.S., increased presence of different authorities have been brought in. Training is a major issue for security, constant training, constant testing. And of course, anybody be looking for newer equipment to be brought online that could examine the baggage and examine the hand-carried items. And of course, examine each individual as they go through either the magnetometer or the body scan. And then, of course, we have the pat-down training and so on. So there's been a tremendous increase in that. You've seen some recent publications in the United States where they're increasing personnel and training and more bomb dogs in the United States. I would say that probably in the overseas markets, the same thing will be happening in preparation for the summer travel and all the tourism that is expected worldwide this coming summer.
Is the United States the leader in terms of aviation security, and does the rest of the world perhaps need to catch up?
I wouldn't say that directly. I would say that the United States has always attempted to bring in all of its allied partners and commercial partners, if you will, and share any technology that's available. And of course, that's a reversal because also in countries throughout the world, there's also other newer technology that may be developed that's not present in the United States. So it's a share program, there's no doubt. In my world travels, I've seen that over and over and over again. And so it's commendable because of the amount of languages involved, the amount of technology that can be shared, and yet everybody talks about security and the safety and security of passengers, crew, and the aircraft. And so there's a sharing that goes on worldwide. And I think that's commendable for all the authorities that are involved in our security for aviation travel.
Okay, Glen, thank you very much for your time and thank you for your insight this evening.